Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome everybody back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. My name is Garlic Bread, and today, once again, we're not driving anything too exciting. But it is raining, as you can see. This is actually going to be one of the longest trips, and all it is a couple of good old flatbeds. That is it, on top of another flatbed. That is it. That is all we're hauling today. So nothing too crazy, nothing too big, nothing over the top. But it is raining. This might be what's the word I'm looking for? 2-day trip. Depends on the ferry. Ding dong, ding 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 dong. But we'll see. We will definitely see. One of the games, I know I talked in my last video that I'm downloading some games, and one of them has downloaded and has been installed on my PC. Couldn't remember the name. Couldn't remember the name of the thing. And so that was installed, and I'm trying to install the other ones, but we will see how that all goes. Thank you for shutting off finally. And what it is, it's called, if you guys remember the game that came out, it's actually on for Xbox also, World of Tanks. They actually got the game, same makers and everything, but got it called World of Warships. That is what it's called. It's basically the same thing, but instead of driving a tank, you're driving a you can say a battleship, but all the ships out there, and it's the same thing. You either capture the enemy base, or you destroy all the ones out there. And I played a little bit just to get the swing of things, and it does not look bad. Little different with the purchasing and buying of the boats, and that is by instead of just gaining, millions of XP and money. We actually need a bright sound for that, because I did not realize that that's what this was. Is that sad, or is that sad? Kind of overshot that. So instead of doing that, what they did was they you basically, for you to go into the next tier, or I like to call it the tree, to get to the next ship, you have to use that boat to gain enough experience to research the next tier. So that is what they have done with that. Everything else is the same. The only thing you just got to get used to, that you cannot stop on a dime. That is the one thing you got to get used to, because you just cannot do that. And I don't know why well, yeah, I'll turn on my brights, but we'll see. And but other than that, nothing else has changed. The other thing that's changed is when you go online, there is no missions yet. So when you go online, you're gonna play with other players, and instead of getting put into a match that has, that somebody that may be 5 or 6 tiers down from you, and you get destroyed within the first 5 seconds of joining the game, they put people that are in the same class or the same level that you are in the game with you, so you don't get destroyed in the first 5 seconds of the game. So that's good. And they also they not added, but there's different ships. The first ship you start off with when you sign up is called it's called a carrier, or a cruiser, and so that's the first ship you start off with. There's 3 different types of, what's the word I'm looking for? 3 different types of, I guess you can say, like, makers of the plane, of the ships, and that is the U.S., Japan, and the USSR. Those are the three companies you can choose from your ships, and the first 2 ships you start off with is, of course, one is the U.S., that's the cruiser, and then there's a Japan cruiser that you choose from, and then you just you build up your arsenal from there. But everything else is still the same. If you get destroyed in the game, you can exit out and then just use another ship. And I did not know why I did that, because apparently I did not need to do that. And so then you just go on from there. And the different types of ships that you're able to get, or branches, is the first one is, of course, the cruise, or the cruiser. Whoa, son of a! You decide to fucking haul ass out of a sudden? What the fuck, dude? Yeah, let's just haul ass. Fucker. I know I definitely got damage on that. Oh, no, I did not, surprisingly. Anyways, so there's the cruiser that you start off with, destroyer, then you have the battleship, and then you have a carrier, which the carrier seems a little more tricky. So I'm glad they don't give you a carrier right off the bat, because that'd be horrifying, because carriers, they don't really have guns on them in the beginning. They have some, but not like a cruiser or a battleship or a destroyer would have. All the carrier is meant to do is to go out there and send out their planes before they get destroyed by another ship. Now, how it works, the best way to destroy a carrier, because it's so big and bulky, is with a destroyer. I mean, that's with any really ship, if you really think about it, but a cruiser, I mean, don't get me wrong, any ship you can destroy a carrier with, but what will take the longest is a cruiser, or a carrier itself. And the reason is because technically, with a battleship, a destroyer, and a carrier, those are all supposed to be protected by the cruiser. That is what it's supposed to how it's supposed to work. So the carrier could send out its planes, and oh, it's 25. My bad. And so they can send them out. And then, of course, the mission will be scrubbed as if the carrier gets destroyed before they're able to send out their planes. And then same thing. The destroyer is supposed to be out there to destroy the carrier and the cruise ships. But anyways, going back, so the carrier, all you basically, as far as I know, I haven't really seen any carriers because I don't have a carrier myself. Because once again, they put you in the category that you're in. So if you're just in the cruiser, you will be with other cruisers. Of course, there's going to be a battleship or a destroyer. There's just going to be one. But they feed off whatever you have. So if your team all have cruisers, that's all the other team's going to have is cruisers. So that's how they base it off of. And it's really interesting. And I'm saying so many times I'm driving myself loony. So yeah, I don't know exactly how the carrier is. I don't know if they do have guns. If they do, I can tell you it's probably going to be very limited, maybe 1 or 2 at best. But so instead of you just driving around in the sea, excuse me, you have to send out your planes and then tell them where to go. But they do all the shooting. It's not like you have to do the shooting. They do all the shooting. Whatever. Get out of my way. I was below 53 miles an hour. And he just fucking dropped down to like 20. Whoa! That's what I get for not paying attention. So that's all you do. Of course, you can, the enemy team can shut down your planes. So, I would say, as a carrier, stay back with the destroyer and the battleship because they have the long guns, long range, and so they will properly how it should be done is destroyers and battleships should stay in the background. Because they're going to be less easily to be spotted, and they can shoot long distances. And plus, the destroyer and the battleship, they don't have the movement and the speed, even the speed of reloading, like a cruiser does. So if you get swamped by 3, 4, 5, other people, unless they, of course, they're a carrier or a destroyer or a battleship, you're gonna be sunk because your weapons ain't gonna have enough time to load and all that. So that's the thing. So you just gotta remember to stay back. And that's technically how it is. Even in the Navy, carriers stay back, destroyers stay back, and battleships stay back because they don't have that flexibility and that movement to try to outrun the other person. But don't get me wrong, upside is they do have a lot more armor than your cruiser. So once again, it's going to take longer for you to destroy them than it would a cruiser. So keep that in mind if you ever play World of Warships, and you're up in that tower where you get destroyers and battleships and carriers. Is if you ever a destroyer, carrier, or a battleship, your job is to protect the carrier until all the planes have been dispatched, and then also to support your cruisers. So you also got to know where your cruisers are at all times, so you can, give them firing support if they need it. But that's if they need it. But that is your job. Your job is not to go dead center, sit there like a sitting duck, and then get swapped by 4 or 5 people, and then go, well, maybe I should get out of here. Well, because by then it's too late. You're done. You're sunk. I can just tell you that now. You're done. There's nothing you can do. I mean, unless your teammates are wonderful and they come and help you, you're done. But that's how it should be done. I know a lot of people, they're not gonna like that, and they're not gonna do that. I almost flipped there. But you gotta communicate, and how I see it is, if you're not the type of person who likes to hold back and be at the edge of the map and start a firefight from there, then a destroyer, a carrier, and a battleship is not going to be for you, because it's not, because that's not what they do, and a lot of people don't see it, but hey, if you are the last person standing and you have a destroyer or battleship, the chances of your team still winning is high, especially if you still have full health or pretty close to full health. It'll just be awesome like that because of that, because you have that. So just keep that in mind. I know a lot of you ain't gonna do anything, and it ain't gonna change how you guys play, which is hey, fine with me. However you want to play is how you want to play. But I'm just giving you a little bit of word of advice. That's all I'm giving you. It's up to you guys if you want to take it or leave it. Really, that's up to you guys on how you want to guys deal with it, and the advice I give you guys. So yeah, when I come back from picking up my wife, that is going to be, I'm going to do a couple of games of a World at Warcraft, or World at Warcraft, World of Warships, and of course, I will put the description or the link in the description of the website. It is free to play. It is free to download. It is free to register. But you can spend real money for XP and all that. So that is up to you on your own discretion. I don't like to do it. I really don't. That's the one thing I wish that they would. I would say in World of Tanks, I wish that they would take that out. Due to the fact that people would spend $500-$600, and I was just able to slow down. And then get the biggest, baddest tank that there is, and then destroy everybody. But like I said, this game, it's different. They put you on with people that is in your own rank and all that. So so if you're hesitant about getting it, I would say at least try it. It's free. It's not the worst that can happen. So yeah, so even if your next door neighbor spends $600 on that, for the XP and all, you're not gonna be put with them because you're not in that level or that terror group. So just okay, it's supposed to be 50 miles an hour, and this guy is driving slow. So I'm gonna switch lanes, go around them. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the link in the description so you guys can get in there and download it and enjoy it. I used to play World of Tanks on my very old PC, but it was so bad that I was lagging, or I would have horrible frame rate drops, and unless the tank was sitting right in front of me, not moving, I would not be able to get a hit off of them. And since I got a little better computer and all that, with this world of warships, it's really not that bad. It's really, oh crap. I guess I should start slowing down because the speed limit's probably gonna drop. Yep, there it goes. It dropped. So but yeah, it's up to you guys. Once again, if you like someone to play with it, not play with it, that totally didn't sound right. If you're looking for players, or if you like to, if you're looking, I said 8th gear. If you're looking for players, if you're looking for a new person to play with, always add me. I'm always looking for friends on Steam, and play with them, and who knows, if you guys if you have a channel, and and stuff, hey, if you add me, and we can always do a thing together, and help both of us out, So that is what we're gonna do. This time I'm not gonna stop short. Lights off. Lights off. Engine off. I want to double check, but I think I know where I'm going. I just want to double check. Yeah, it's over here. Okie padokie artichoke. As you can see, this is our last run. This is our last run that we did because of stupid me. But we're going to Manchester. So last time we went to Liverpool, and this time we're going to Manchester. So that is where we going. Where we'll be going. And nope, it's gonna be home. It's 11 hours, so that's what it's gonna take off. Is 11 hours. And actually, I am gonna double check to make sure I did not accidentally add a waypoint in my GPS and have me go all the way to Timbuktu. And it does not look like I did a waypoint. So time remaining 26 hours. So, alrighty, nighty, whitey, hidey. Okay, so we just got off the ferry, and I forgot what I was about to do. Start the truck might help, right? Yes. It is raining. Parking brake is engaged. That is nice to know. We're gonna make a lift, another lift down. Come on, truck. Alright. That would have been bad. Because if he would have hit me, that would have been bad. But yeah, so anyways, let's talk about the let's finish up with the game. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting. It looks like it's like in the beta stages, but I really don't know because I really haven't gotten a look at it yet. So that'll also be. It'll be nice to do, which I'm gonna do the video. I am gonna do the video. I do have some time before I'm supposed to go to sleep because tomorrow I work. Because it's my weekend off, so, and because I had Sunday off, I get 2 days off a week, and actually I don't know why I just shifted. Shouldn't have shifted. Okay. Woo. So but yeah, it really seems like a really awesome game so far. But we'll definitely go through it. Is this bus? Okay, he's going straight. Okay, so I'm just gonna safely assume that everybody else is going straight. Beep-dee-dee-doo. 5th gear. 6th gear. Signal off. But yeah, it's definitely a really, so far, there's not too many problems, really, if it's in the beta stage. Like I've been seeing and reading, there's not too many glitches and bugs that I've been finding. It seems pretty straightforward. So, you know, hey, why not? 11th gear. Rain is picking up a little bit. So I'm going to turn on the wipers a little faster. No! Gotta swing wide. I didn't have a choice. If not, I would have tipped. But yeah, so I hope everybody's Tuesday's doing good. Mine is doing good. Can't really complain. It's been alright. Downshift to 10th for this crazy S curve. The one thing, it is just this S curve just reminds me, when me and my mom and my sisters would go to Michigan, she would always take this run route, and when we were kids, she would always get us on it, and she didn't tell us until I would say years later. But anyways, the road curves just like it just did just that short time ago, and but it's it's a shape of a snake. And every time we would go there, my mom would say, "Oh look, there's a snake in the road." So me and my sister we're trying to look through the window and looking through the sides, the back window, to see if there's really a snake in the road. And we're like, where? My mom's like, oh, you missed it. It was in there. So that was that was a bunch of baloney. Like I said, we found out years later, when my mom finally confessed that it was just how the road was made. So yeah, that was she definitely got us on that, though. I have to admit, she definitely got us on that. But of course, I was 8, 9 years old, so I didn't know any better. Is this bus gonna let me go? I'm trying to outshift him and outspeed him. But yeah, it was definitely a that was interesting. She got us going for a while until we caught wise to her little wisecracks, and we actually got older to understand what she was talking about. So yep. So like I said, my plan is to record this, finish recording this, upload it. I don't know if I really want to try uploading and playing that game. Because I really don't know how the lag is gonna be. Alright, that seems good. So I don't want to be too laggy in it. But we will see. We will see. I almost forgot I had to go to 6th there for a second. 7th. I can't believe it is almost the end of September. It feels like September just started, and we're already in the middle, almost in the middle of September. It doesn't feel like it. To me, it don't. Which I'm not complaining, because that's one step closer to winter. And just like we had this year, we had a blizzard, and I hope it happens again. I enjoyed that blizzard, even though I had to work. I went to work. It wasn't bad. It was snowing, but it wasn't horrible. And then as the day progressed, it got worse. The winds were picking up. Nobody was shoveling. So we were supposed to have closed at 6. I was there at 9, and they let us go at 4. I got home safe. It took me about 2 hours and 30 minutes to get home, to drive 9 miles. Even though the roads were just not cleared, but what I did was I stayed behind another truck, or not a truck, but a van, and I was just riding in his tracks. Pretty much we were just going pretty much, I would say, about idle speed to, I would say, no more than 10 miles an hour. Because none of the roads were cleared, so you couldn't tell. It was a 2-lane road, so you couldn't tell if it was 2 lanes, where those 2 lanes were. I mean, you knew it was 2 lanes if you've been driving down it for a while, but you didn't know, were they separated, were they did when they merged with each other, so we pretty much just rode in the center of the street, all the way down, because it was that's how it was. But I love blizzards. I love winter altogether. That's why a lot of my family and friends say I should live in Alaska, because I love it. I love the cold. I love the snow. I mean, yeah, I complain once in a while, like with the blizzard. I love the blizzard, but I complain when I have to shovel it, But I love it. I love the snow. The cold, to me, I got used to it. Really, to me, as long as you know when it's coming, it's not like it's different times of the year. It's not like it's winter in December and then winter in May. So So that's definitely shift to ninth so we can get up this hill. So I'm prepared for it. You know, they say it's gonna get cold. I usually don't. Actually, I'm supposed to shift to eighth, and I just grinded the gear there for a second. I really don't watch the weather in the news too much. But when it's winter, I do, because I always want to make sure I'm prepared. I tell people this all the time. You could be driving down the same road each and every day, and it could be the most busiest road that you drive on. But as soon as you need help, as soon as you get stuck, you know, whatever the case may be, and you need a pool, or you need, whatever the case may be, you know, you need help changing a flat tire, or, you know, or whatever, that road that you drive on, I can guarantee you is probably going to be deserted. And this, how I did it, well, not how I did it, what I do is, I have enough food and enough warm clothes to keep me warm and dry for 24 hours. But I'm cutting myself short. It's more. I would say I have enough for I would say a good week. But that's just how I am. But typically they say you're supposed to have at least 24 hours of food and enough clothes to last you a week. Because you may never know. And then that's the other thing. They also say that you should always keep your gas tank half or higher, especially if it's gonna drop below zero overnight, because you know your gas could freeze. It really could. And because there's no way to heat it without blowing yourself up, you would have to pretty much wait until spring till it thaws out to drive your car again. So, you know, so I always like to keep it above half anytime. And then also, once again, because you may never know, you might get stuck, or you might need to live in your car, or you know, sleep in your car for, you know, and for a day. And they say, and there's actually a test on it. They say if you have a full tank of gas, and you run it only for 5 to 10 minutes every, I think it's hour or 2 hours, that tank of gas would last you 48 hours. So that's one way to make sure that you stay warm. So, you know, that's just me. But anyway, so getting off my beaten track here. So with me, I always have warm clothes. I always bundle up, you know, to the max. And my mom taught me this, and I'm glad she did. And the one thing she taught me is, take more clothes than you need. Number one, you don't know if you're gonna need them, but it is also is so much easier to take off you know, coats or gloves or whatever if you get too hot, then you're too cold and you don't have anything extra to put on. So I always go out with you know, depends on the weather, you know, 2 or 3, you know, shirts and a coat, or 2 shirts and a coat. And then I always bring an extra pair of gloves. I keep a a face shield. You know, protects your nose, your mouth, and around your ears. And now, because now with me and my wife driving one car, I have it in there at all times, just in case if something happens to her and I can't get to her in time, or you know, it's gonna be a while for me to get to her. You know, her face won't be frostbit by the time I get to her. So I'm actually gonna slow down, even though I would like to pass this car, but we have this turn and we're coming off on this exit. Jake brake a little bit. Alright, now I'm also gonna use the trailer brake. At least I'm alright. We shifted down to 10. But you know, that's just what I do. I also tell this to a lot of people too, because a lot of people tell me, well, why do you have all this stuff in your car? Have you ever used it? And I have to answer them honestly. No, I have not. But once again, rather have something and not need it than not to have it and need it. You know, same thing with jumper cables. A lot of people don't think they should have jumper cables, but I'm telling you, the time that you do, you're gonna wish you had them, and by then it's gonna be too late. You know, or get a spare tire. A lot of people, they just prefer the spare that comes with the car. To me, I prefer a full size tire, because if you travel like I do, you know, the next closest mechanic may not be within 50 miles. I don't know, I'm just saying, you know, or the closest open one may not be within that 50 miles. And they say for you to only drive up to 50 miles on that spare tire. So, you know, and you know, also if there's let's just say there's an emergency, you know, you're changing your tire and you cut yourself and now you need to go to the hospital. You know, you know, and the closest hospital is, you know, 20, you know, let's just say 20-25 miles away. You know, if you can only go 55 miles an hour, that's gonna be a little bit, you know, that's gonna take you some time. So, you know, to me it's just better with a full. Even though, yes, they cost more, because, you know, obviously, you know, it's a full tire, but, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have wanted to shift to 6th. And that's just how it is. Okay, well, so we're here at our destination. We got parking lights on, we got our 4-ways on. So they know that we are backing up. That actually looks like a tube, a torpedo. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna swing out just a little bit. Righty tighty, let's put it in reverse. This actually seems like a pretty decent one, like the last one we did. Doesn't seem that bad. That bad. Yeah, not bad. Second, I would have to say the second best I had since I've been driving. Okay, lights off, engine off. T to disconnect the trailer. And we got another excellent day, which I am very, very happy about, which gives us 742 XP, which I love. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please hit and subscribe, or please hit the like button and subscribe. And once again, guys, if you're watching this, well, you'll be watching this after when it gets uploaded, and when it gets uploaded, I probably be uploading the world of ship wars, warships. So you probably will be popping up really quick after that. But that's if you want to watch it. If not, then until next time, I will talk to you guys.